For all
that
of
when
these
China
reasons,
was accepted.
I'm declaring
Yeah,
a public
great.
health global of novel coronavirus.
Community quarantine is hereby imposed in the entire of Metro Manila.
Mga kapuso, dalawa pang lugar sa Muntinlupa ang nadagdag sa mga naka-lockdown ngayon.
President Rodrigo Duterte says he won't allow students to go back to school until
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Why'd you have to leave so soon, yeah? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me when I needed you the most?
Muntinlupa National High School graduation rites has come to an end. This has been your host, Mrs. Mary Ann Ovinwar Richitochi, saying congratulations, Batch 2018-2019.
Education is a treasure that is yours to keep for the rest of our lives. Going through the academic road is not an easy task. Teachers and students around the globe were tested by this event, the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 has already cost thousands of lives all over the world. We are at war of an enemy which we cannot see. We are in a battle of uncertainty. Today, as we unconventionally celebrate another milestone of your lives, as you finally reap the labor of your hard work, still be joyous and be reminded to look at the brighter side and what is really happening now. This has proved that the ultimate goal of the Department of Education in honing young minds of our Filipino students did not stop and will not stop even in the hardest test of life. As long as our school and you, our dearest students and parents, will continuously adhere the ideology that education is the key to success. My dear grade 10 students, no pandemic will ever break nor shatter your dreams into pieces. These too shall pass. Keep praying. He hears us. This is Dr. Antonio B. Rocha. It is my honor to welcome you all for the 2021 Moving Up Ceremony of Muntinlupa National High School Main Junior Department.
the 2021 virtual completion rites of Muntinlupa National High School main, with the theme strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. We are proud to present to you the candidates for completion. Starting from Section Diamond with Miss Mary Grace De Vera. Ten Emerald with Mr. John Alarcon. Written Archimedes with Miss Ana Rovi T. Ramores. Written Aristotle with Mrs. Annabel Sincero. Written Bacon with Mr. John Christian Mejos. Written Bernoulli with Mr. Jonathan Halak. Written Boar with Mr. Noel Tuplano. Written Boil with Mr. Leonard Christian Palma. Written Brown with Miss Amalia Solicito. Written Celsius with Miss Aurora Castillo.
Grade 10 Charles with Mrs. Rowena Taksuan. Grade 10 Copernicus with Ms. Rezel Nasis. Grade 10 Curie with Mrs. Herminia Lebrias. Grade 10 Dalton with Mrs. Euphrasia Magahis. Grade 10 Darwin with Mr. Henry Abig. Grade 10 Doppler with Miss Rosalina Agimbag. Grade 10 Einstein with Mr. Nelson Armendi. Grade 10 Fahrenheit with Mrs. Leia Abellanosa. Grade 10 Faraday with Mrs. Olga Valenzuela. Grade 10 Fermi with Mrs. Noreen Polo. Grade 10 Galileo with Mrs. Marinelle Balbuena. Grade 10 Hook with Mrs. Arsenia Rojas.
Grade 10 Kelvin with Mrs. Meraliza Zarate. Grade 10 Kepler with Mrs. Nelia Santander. Grade 10 Cock with Mrs. Marie Cyril Barcelona. Grade 10 Lamarck with Mr. Rolando Diaz. Grade 10 Lavishire with Mrs. Evelyn Medura. Grade 10 Leeuwenhoek with Mr. Bien Dayuta. Grade 10 Linnaeus with Mr. Peter Garcia. Riten Mendel with Mrs. Gemma Kayomba. Riten Mendeli with Mr. Jose Jacinto Ramos. Riten Newton with Mrs. Jacqueline Ferrer.
The members of the administrative and supervisory staff.
Mrs. Rodelia D. Buenaflor, Administrative Officer 4, and the non-teaching personnel.
Dr. Cynthia T. Marta, Guidance Counselor 3, Junior High School. Mrs. Marlene B. Latina, Head Teacher 6 of the Social Studies Department, together with the Social Studies teachers. Mrs. Evangeline M. Aman, Head Teacher 6 of the MAPED Department, together with the MAPED teachers. Mrs. Nelia G. Abihar, Head Teacher 5 of the Filipino Department, together with the Filipino teachers. Mr. Jason B. Albaro, Head Teacher 3 of the Science and Technology Department, together with the science teachers. Mrs. Davina Aliscad, Master Teacher 2, and the officer in charge of the TLE department, together with the TLE teachers. Dr. Florentina D. Pedrigala, Master Teacher 1, and the OIC of the Values Education Department, together with the Values Education teachers. Mrs. Gemma T. Kayomba, Master Teacher 1, and the OIC of the English Department, together with the English teachers. Mrs. Christine Caroline Gratis, Teacher 3, and the OIC of the Mathematics Department, together with the Mathematics teachers.
Public Schools District Supervisors, headed by Muntinlupa National High School Main Parent Supervisor, Mr. Wilson F. Pascual. Education Program Supervisors. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Nerissa R. Lomeda. Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Dominico C. Idanan. Representative of the Lone District of Muntinlupa, Honorable Congressman Rosano Rufino Rufi Biazo. City Mayor of Muntinlupa, Honorable Attorney Jaime R. Fresnel. Muntinlupa National High School Main Principal Dr. Antonio B. Rocha. carrying the school seal on behalf of the SSG president who can't perform his duty due to pandemic.
We would like to request everyone to please stand for the entrance of the honor guards of the Security and Escort Battalion of the Philippine Army, carrying the flag of the Republic of the Philippines, the flag of Muntinlupa City, and the flag of Muntinlupa National High School.
Colors up! All through. Start.
Let's all sing the Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by a doxology and Muntinlupa March.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Heavenly Father, we want to come before you at this hour with thanksgiving in our hearts. We thank you for the completion of another academic year and for giving us the opportunity to be strong and courageous in spite of our fight against the world's pandemic. Short though it may have been, to play a part in lives of our students and our new graduates. Please bless and guide our graduates as they reach this end and as they chart new beginnings. May what they have learned and experienced allow them to truly be women and men for others. Please help them to use all they have learned to make a world a better place. Please foster within them a continued passion for learning as they journey onwards. We ask that you will strengthen us, restore us, and inspire us with your love. Loving Father, as we dedicate this celebration to you, we thank you for leading and guiding us all. Amen.
Muntinlupa ang bayan kong mahal, dakilang bayang makasaysayan, sa piling ay kay tamis mabuhay, kasama ng mga kababayan. Muntinlupa, 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 Muntinlupang minumutya, ang layunin, ang dakila, maglingkod sa Muntinlupa. Muntinlupa ang bayan kong hirap, dito sumilang ang aming angkan. Muntinlupa'y lalagi kong mahal, pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Muntinlupa, 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 bayan kong pinagmana, sa puso ko at sa diwa, kailan may di mawawala. Muntinlupa, 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 Muntinlupang minumutya, ang layunin, ang dakila, maglingkod sa Muntinlupa. Muntinlupa ang bayan kong hirap, dito sumilang ang aming angkan. Muntinlupa'y lalagi kong mahal, pagkat ito'y handog ng may kapal. Muntinlupa, 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 bayan kong pinagmana, sa puso at sa diwa, kailan may di mawawala. Lakas pa rin ang buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay. Lakas pa rin ang buhay, sa bayan ko'y alay.
To welcome everyone on this special occasion, may I call on Maria Angela M. Luterio from Science, Technology, and Engineering Program of Batch 2021.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest." Today marks another milestone in our lives as we commence another chapter come next school year. This past academic year was a struggle for every one of us. It has pushed us beyond our limits. Since our education is at stake, we were able to maximize our potentials and discover possible avenues to champion the challenges brought about by this pandemic. And here we are, concluding the year successfully. Indeed, our investment in knowledge gets the best interest. To our hardworking public schools district supervisors, education program supervisors, our committed Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Nerissa R. Lomeda, our Dynamic Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Domenico C. Idanan, our our very supportive representative of the Lone District of Muntinlupa, Honorable Congressman Rosano Rufy Biazon, our very active City Mayor of Muntinlupa, Honorable Attorney Jaime R. Fresnetti, our vigorous school principal, Dr. Antonio B. Rocha, head teachers and OICs of each department of Muntinlupa National High School, Maine, teachers, parents, and batchmates. Best morning to all. Today is remarkably special since our final year in junior high school has given us unforgettable experiences and influential moments due to pandemic. Yet, amidst all the challenges this school year has brought, and sometimes excruciating online and modular activities, we have gained strength and have become stronger. I hope that the completers will consider it as the first step in achieving greater success in the future, and to thank all the people who have helped us in this academic milestone, for our success is also theirs. Therefore, we are celebrating everyone's success and gratification. It is but proper that we share this success to all. It was never easy to sustain and overcome the challenges brought about by this pandemic. But through their support in our lives, we are here, celebrating this momentous occasion. It will not stop us from achieving the goals we have set and striving for the betterment of ourselves and our country. Let us celebrate this day with rejoicing and thanksgiving. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to Muntinlupa National High School, Maine Virtual Completion Rites.
Thank you, Maria Angela. At this point in time, let's hear and watch the completion song of Batch 2021 as they sing the song, Heal Our Land.
If my people will humble themselves and pray, if they seek my face and humble themselves and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and forgive their sins. I will hear from heaven and heal the land. Lord, heal our land. Father, heal our land. Hear our cry and turn our nation back to you. Lord, heal our land. Hear us, O Lord, and heal our land. Forgive our sins and heal our broken Lord, we bow our knee, we humble ourselves and pray. Lord, we seek your face, we humble ourselves and turn from our wicked ways. Father, in your mercy, forgive our sins. Father, in your mercy, come heal the land. Lord, heal hear our cry and turn our nation back to you. Lord, heal our land. Hear us, O Lord, and heal our land. Forgive our sins and heal our broken land. Lord, heal our land. Father, heal our land. Hear our cry and turn our nation back to you. Lord, heal our land. Hear us, O Lord, and heal our land. Forgive our sins and heal our broken land. Forgive our sins and heal our
We will now have the most awaited moment for the candidates for completion and their parents. The presentation of candidates for completion and the attestation and confirmation. Candidates for completion will be presented by the school principal, Dr. Antonio B. Rocha, and the attestation by the Public Schools District Supervisor and in charge in Muntinlupa National High School Main Junior High School, Mr. Wilson F. Pascual, and to be confirmed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Domenico C. Idanan.
Dr. Domenico C. Idanan, Schools Division Superintendent, and Mr. Wilson F. Pascual, Public Schools District Supervisor, City of Muntinlupa. It is my honor to present to you the candidates for completion of Muntinlupa National High School Main, 711 males and 739 females, for a total of 1,450 completers for the school year 2020-2021. They satisfactorily completed the requirements for the junior high school curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education. Thus, may I request for the confirmation of their completion this 15th day of July, 2021.
Dr. Domenico C. Idanan, Schools Division Superintendent, City of Muntinlupa. As the Public School District Supervisor in charge of Muntinlupa National High School, Maine, and based from the presentation of your principal, Dr. Antonio B. Rocha, I hereby attest that these learners have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the completion of the junior high school curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education. Thus, may I request for the confirmation of their completion this 15th day of July, 2021.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Department of Education as the Schools Division Superintendent of City Schools of Muntinlupa, and upon presentation of your school principal, that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements for junior high school under the K-12 curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education, and as attested by your Public Schools District Supervisor, your completion for school year 2020-2021 is hereby confirmed. Congratulations to you and to your parents.
Congratulations to all the completers. This time, let's hear an inspirational message from the City Mayor of Muntinlupa, Honorable Attorney Jaime R. Fresnedi.
Sa mga opisyal ng Schools Division Office of Muntinlupa, sa pangunguna ni Dr. Domenico Idanan, mga supervisors, mga masisipag na mga principals, at ang buong kaguruan sa ating lungsod, mga magsisipagtapos at kanilang mga magulang, mga kaibigan, isang magandang araw sa ating lahat. Pinabati ng lokal na pamahalaan ng ating lungsod ang lahat na magsisipagtapos ngayong taong 2021 sa inyong e-graduation rites na may temang kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Para sa inyong pagsusumikap at mga sakripisyo, congratulations po sa inyong lahat. Ang araw ng pagtatapos ay tagumpay, hindi lamang ng mga mag-aral, bagkus ay tagumpay din ng mga taong tumulong upang makamit ninyo ang inyong tinatamasa ngayon. Dahil sa hamon ng pandemya, batid namin ang hirap na inyong naranasan sa mga nagdaang buwan. Kaya naman, ang makarating sa puntong ito ay isang karangalan at biyaya na nararapat na ipagmalaki at ipagbunyi. Sa nakalipas na taon, ang mga programa at pagdaraos ng klase ay naging online at modular. Hindi ito naging madali para sa ating mga mag-aaral. Gayon din sa ating mga guro. Kaya naman, hinahangaan po ng lokal na pamahalaan ang inyong pagpupursigi na magpatuloy sa kabila ng iba't ibang hamon ng pandemya. Bilang tulong sa mga Muntinlupeño upang makasabay sa tinatawag na new normal, hindi po tumigil ang lokal na pamahalaan sa pagbibigay ng iba't ibang programa pang-edukasyon sa pakipagtulungan na rin ng Schools Divisions Office. Pinagpatuloy natin ang financial assistance o pamamahagi ng scholarship allowance sa ating mga scholar sa pamamagitan ng Muntinlupa Scholarship Program. Kahit nagbago ang pamamaraan ng teaching instructions o learning modalities sa lungsod, hindi po natin itinigil ang pagbibigay ng allowance sa ating mga scholar. Batid po natin na ang mga benepisyaryo ng MSP ay mula sa mga indigent families. Kaya naman nakita nating lubos na nakakatulong ang allowance sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na gastusin. Makaasa po kayo na ang programa sa scholarship ay patuloy na magiging prioridad ng pamahalang lungsod. Dagdag dito, naglaan din tayo ng kagamitan para sa mga public school teachers at photocopiers sa mga paaralan para sa distance learning. Lahat ng mga guro sa mga pampublikong paaralan ay nakatanggap ng laptop para sa kanilang pagtuturo, habang ang mga pampublikong paaralan naman ay pinagkalooban ng mga photocopiers para sa printing ng mga modules na magagamit ng mga mag-aaral. Siniguro po natin na ang lahat ay makasasabay sa makabagong panahon ng pag-aaral sa gitna ng pandemya. Kahit online o offline man, ginawan natin ng paraan upang walang maiwan. Naniniwala po ang inyong lingkod na edukasyon ang pinakamahalagang aspeto para sa pag-unlad. Sa pamamagitan ng edukasyon, ito man ay sa formal o nakamit sa alternatibong pamamaraan, lumalawak ang oportunidad na maaring makamit ng isang individual. Kaya naman kahit na may pandemya, dapat na pagtuunan ng pansin ang pag-aaral. Saludo po ang inyong lingkod sa mga magsisipagtapos ngayong araw na ito. Dahil sa kabila ng mga pagsubok, ay nanatili kayong matatag at tinapos ang inyong pag-aaral. Naway dalhin ninyo ang mga aral mula sa pandemya upang maging mas mapamaraan at mas maabilidad na individual kayo. Sa inyong pagharap sa bagong kabanata, huwag ninyong hayaan na maging hadlang ang anumang problema o kahit na pandemya sa pag-abot ng inyong mga pangarap. Padayon, kabataang Muntinlupeño, huwag kayong susuko at patuloy kayong magsumikap para sa inyong mga minimiti. Patuloy ninyong panghawakan ang inyong mga pangarap. Wika nga ni Eleanor Roosevelt, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. There will be better days, and we will get through this together." Puno man ng kawalang katiyakan ang mga susunod na buwan at taon. Naway hindi kayo panghinaan ng loob at patuloy na pagtiwalaan ang Panginoon na siyang may kontrol sa lahat ng sitwasyon. Sabi nga sa Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18-19, "Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Sa ating Diyos, palaging may pag-asa. Naway maging inspirasyon ang pagdiriwang ngayong araw na ito upang kayo ay mas magpursigi at magpatuloy na sumuong para sa hinaharap. Muli, maligayang bati sa Class of 2021. Hangad ng lokal na pamahalaan ng Muntinlupa ang inyong tagumpay. Mabuhay ang kabataang Muntinlupeño. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mayor Fresnelli. Another message will be delivered to us by the representative of the Lone District of Muntinlupa, Honorable Congressman Rosano Rupi Biazo.
The officials of Schools Division Office of Muntinlupa, led by Schools Division Superintendent Domenico C. Idanan, supervisors, school principals, members of the faculty, parents, guardians of the learners, friends and fellow Muntinlupeños, the graduates. A pleasant and blessed day to you all. At the outset, I would like to express my profound appreciation and commendation to the Schools Division Office and the school principals and faculty for faithfully and consistently performing their duties to provide the youth with the education they need and deserve, even during these extremely challenging times. The education sector has shown its steadfast commitments to its goal to produce Muntinlupeños who will be able to contribute not just for the progress of the city, but even in national development. Because of the support given to the education sector and the efforts of public and private institutions of learning, many young Muntinlupeños eventually made it big in the real world and became laudable achievers in their respective fields here in the Philippines and even abroad. Since the COVID-19 pandemic forced us to go into strict health protocols, which included home quarantine for everyone for several months of year 2020, we have seen adverse effects to the different aspects of our lives, such as employment, business, mental health, public and social services, peace and order, and many others. COVID-19 intervened and the whole world was forced to stand still. The education sector is one of those that was hard hit in different ways. Students have been confined to their homes and compelled to adapt to online distance learning or the module system. It can't be denied that this had an impact on learning. Both the public and private education sectors were badly hit, with many people losing their jobs. It has resulted to lower enrollment in private schools, with some not surviving at all and have no choice but to close their doors. This has also placed pressure on public schools, where some have transferred their children to continue studies. But in spite of these challenges, we must strive to keep the education sector afloat, not just for mere survival, but to bring it to a level that will make Filipinos competitive globally. The COVID-19 pandemic has definitely given us a knockdown, but we shouldn't let it knock us out. While we are at a low point now, we must be prepared and to strive to come back on a high note as we enter the recovery phase of the pandemic response. This year's graduation theme touches on this precisely, strengthening the quality of education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. We must maintain our focus on ensuring that the quality of education we provide to the next generation of Muntinlupeños is one that will be at par with the global standard. The world will continue to be increasingly interconnected, with economies blending beyond borders, so it is imperative that our human resource is developed to meet the requirements of such an environment. To the graduates of school year 2020 to 2021, I congratulate you for this educational achievement that you have earned despite the challenges brought about by the pandemic. It is my hope that as we still try to cope and recover from this disruption in your lives, you will continue to focus on your education and strive to move forward in the next levels you will enter in the coming years. To the parents and guardians, I give you honor in your commitment to provide these young Muntinlupeños not just the basic needs, but also the means to a bright future. Just continue nurturing them as they advance to the next stages in their lives. As we look to the future, let us bear in mind that we are all in this together. Each one has a role to play. We in government, educational institutions, the parents and guardians, and even the students themselves. Each sector of society living up to their respective roles and responsibilities for a common objective, which is a safe, secure, progressive, and comfortable life for all in the city we call home. We are one people with one vision, living in one city, Muntinlupa. Congratulations to everyone, and may God bless you all. Stay safe, and thank you very much.
Congratulations, completers! At this point in time, let us all hear the message of our dear Regional Director, Dr. Wilfredo E. Cabral.
At the onset, I'd like to greet and give you that warmest congratulations for surpassing the pan-academic year. To the parents, the proud ones, for being able to send their children at this stage, let us give ourselves a tap and say to ourselves, congratulations. Under such volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous, and disruptive circumstances, several unexpected silver linings have emerged in the basic education realm. Many of our aspirations at first seemed impossible, with all the doubts and apprehensions that made them seem really improbable. But when we summon the will, they now become our reality. Your forgiveness graduates brought this momentous event into our current reality. Amidst this ongoing onslaught of COVID-19 pandemic that put enormous pressure in your part to adapt to the new learning norm, you never crumble, nor simply fold up. Your fervidness to learn carried this big day, the graduation ceremonies. With that, I warmly congratulate you all graduates. We, your DepEd Prime NCR family, share with your heartfelt joy as you celebrate your phenomenal educational accomplishment. Although there have been many concerns and frustrations on the drastic change in schools posed by pandemic, the upside is we have shown the light on how we can uniquely do our part to survive with the mantra, education must continue. And now we reach this far significantly and memorably, celebrating your accomplishment. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, with the virtual conduct of the end of school year ceremonies, we must realize that the crux of life is all about preparing our graduates to the next big step in their lives full of hope and courage. This COVID-19 catastrophe will eventually settle down. The corona coaster will sooner or later stop, and in due course, the Coronamageddon will be the thing of the past. By then, you graduates and will be the driving force to forge a post-pandemic future. In no doubt that you have persevered the learning challenges and made this far. You are the ones who will open up a new era. In no time, your generation will be our country's post-pandemic future and beyond. The theme of this year's end of school rites is strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Resonated the collective effort of our teachers, parents, school communities, local government units, partners in both public and private sectors, and other various organizations to ensure that quality basic education continue despite the challenges posed by the pandemic. To one and all who gallantly helped and made learning from home in varied modalities possible, we thank you. To all the graduates, let us look forward and ensure that you will be let us look forward and ensure that you will be the frontliners to change this nation, to change our country to a better one, with the needed characteristics, with the needed attributes for the future. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Receiving the evidence of completion of the junior high school education is one of the greatest wish of each completer, most especially to their parents.
May we request our school's division superintendent, Dr. Domingo C. Idanan, Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Wilson F. Pascual, and School Principal, Dr. Antonio B. Rocha, for the certificate of completion.
Section Diamond with Miss Mary Grace De Vera. 10 Emerald with Mr. John Alarcon. Written Archimedes with Miss Anna Rovi T. Ramores. Written Aristotle with Mrs. Annabel Sincero. Written Bacon with Mr. John Christian Mejos. Written Bernoulli with Mr. Jonathan Halak. Written Boer with Mr. Noel Tuplano. Grade 10 Boyle with Mr. Leonard Christian Palma. Grade 10 Brown with Miss Amalia Solicito. Grade 10 Celsius with Miss Aurora Castillo.
Grade 10 Charles with Mrs. Rowena Taksuan. Grade 10 Copernicus with Ms. Rezel Nasis. Grade 10 Curie with Mrs. Herminia Lebrias. Grade 10 Dalton with Mrs. Euphrasia Magahis. Grade 10 Darwin with Mr. Henry Ablig. Grade 10 Doppler with Miss Rosalina Agimbag. Grade 10 Einstein with Mr. Nelson Armendi. Grade 10 Fahrenheit with Mrs. Leia Abellanoza. Grade 10 Faraday with Mrs. Olga Valenzuela. Grade 10 Fermi with Mrs. Noreen Polo. Grade 10 Galileo with Mrs. Marinel Balbuena. Grade 10 Hook with Mrs. Arsenia Rojas.
Grade 10 Kelvin with Mrs. Meraliza Zarate. Grade 10 Kepler with Mrs. Nelia Santander. Grade 10 Koch with Mrs. Marie Cyril Barcelona. Grade 10 Lamarck with Mr. Rolando Diaz. Grade 10 Lavishire with Mrs. Evelyn Medura. Grade 10 Leeuwenhoek with Mr. Bien Dayuta. Grade 10 Linnaeus with Mr. Peter Garcia. Grade 10 Mendel with Mrs. Gemma Cayomba. Grade 10 Mendeleev with Mr. Jose Jacinto Ramos. Grade 10 Newton with Mrs. Jacqueline Ferrer.
At this juncture, we will be recognizing the cream of the crop from the completers. May I present to you the completers with honors.
completers with high honors.
To express their gratitude on behalf of the completers, may I call on the representative of Science, Technology, and Engineering Program, Hazel Ensley G. Ogayon, and Nicole Sandril Gold B. Aman of Basic Education Curriculum for the word of thanks.
To our hardworking public schools district supervisors, education program supervisors, our committed Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Nerissa R. Lumeda, our Dynamic Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Domenico C. Idanan, our very supportive representative of the Lone District of Muntinlupa, Honorable Congressman Rosano Rufino Rufi Biazon, our very active City Mayor of Muntinlupa, Honorable Attorney Jaime R. Fresnedi, our vigorous school principal, Dr. Antonio B. Rocha, head teachers and OICs of each department of Muntinlupa National High School, Maine, teachers, parents and batchmates, isang napakaganda at puno ng pagpapalang umaga po sa ating lahat. No man is an island. Cliché as it may seem, no one is truly ever self-sufficient. Everyone must rely on the company and comfort of others to thrive. And you will all agree with me that despite all the adversities we have faced in the last year of our junior high school, this is what encapsulates the learnings we had over the couple of years of our stay in Muntinlupa National High School, Maine. As we step up and and begin another chapter of our lives, it is but proper that with grateful hearts, we thank all the people who have been the source of our strength to survive in this academic milestone. To our family, who is always there in every step of our ways, during moments of breaking down and giving up. These people have been our number one supporters. Our parents, who never get tired of giving us lifetime pieces of advice and cheer us up at times we are losing track. Thank you is an understatement to show how much we appreciate all your sacrifices and ransoms to help us reach where we are today. Hindi po biro ang mga sakripisyo ninyo para sa amin. Sa makailang ulit na ipagpaliban ninyo ang inyong personal na kaligayahan upang matugunan ng aming mga pangangailangan, karapat-dapat lamang tatanggapin ninyo ang walang hanggang pasasalamat mula sa amin. Indeed, despite the adversities, it is the stronger relationship that bonds us matters the most. Truly, our families are the compass that guides us. They are our inspiration that help us reach greater heights. They are our comfort when at times we falter. They are the hands that lift us at times we are down and broken. Thank you. Our junior high school years are never complete without you. To our classmates and friends, although this pandemic hampered our usual face-to-face setup, it did not stop us to virtually bond and check on each other. We have all adjusted ourselves to the various ways of surviving this new normal education, where we do our groupings virtually and perform our tasks online. Above all these, it has pushed us to maximize ourselves to go beyond our limits. We have come to realize that, despite online performances, the idea of establishing the sense of responsibility and independence is what this pandemic has taught us. Although the usual face-to-face setup is still not possible come next school year, we are still in high hopes that we will go back to our usual bonding personally in our noisy classrooms, rubbing elbows with our friends at the canteen, or even secretly chatting at the library while we enjoy our most loved books. These things we all look forward to, that in God's grace, everything will all be fine again. Alam kong hindi ito ang pinangarap nating moving up ceremony, ngunit heto tayo, nakikibaka sa patuloy na pag-agos ng buhay. Naniniwala akong sa dulo ng ating baghari, doon naghihintay ang ating gantimpala. Patuloy tayong umasa, patuloy tayong magtamasa. Pagpalain po tayong lahat.
To our dear teachers, mentors, and school administrators, it is with grateful hearts that we offer to you this academic achievement. There was never a day that we did not value your efforts and sacrifices to deliver learnings to each and every one of us. We will not be able to achieve this lifetime breakthrough if it were not because of your patience, understanding, and commitment. Bilang aming mga pangalawang magulang, nalagpasan po ninyo ng higit ang mga gampanin ninyo sa amin. Isa po kayo sa aming mga inspirasyon na balang araw, ipagmamalaki ninyo kami katulad ng pagmamalaki ninyo sa inyong mga naunang mag-aaral. We are indebted to you, lifetime. Thank you, dear teachers, for keeping the torch of knowledge burning and even brighter during these times of adversities. When we thought it is impossible to learn and enjoy due to multiple barriers that stop us, you were all there to help and guide us. We are victors because you made us discover that there is still more we can offer. Thank you for honing our potentials and unleashing the best in us. Indeed, you are the best teachers that showed us where to look but did not tell us what to see beyond. Salamat, Muntinlupa National High School, Maine.
The lessons we have learned will be forever etched in our hearts as we embark to another chapter of our lives. To the Schools Division of Muntinlupa, spearheaded by the very dynamic Dr. Domenico C. Idanan, and the City Government of Muntinlupa, led by the ever-reliable, Honorable Education Mayor, Attorney Jaime R. Brisnedi, and Honorable Congressman Rufi Piazon. We cannot fully imagine how we can successfully overcome the new normal education without your resourcefulness and innovation. Your programs continue to support each and every learners of Muntinlupa City. And soon enough, wala ng batang Muntinlupeño ang magsasabi wala silang kakayahang makapag-aral sapagkat ang SDO Muntinlupa at lokal na pamahalaan ay higit ang suportang ipinagkakaloob sa bawat Muntinlupeñong nangangarap makamit ang kanilang mga pangarap. Tapat at tunay na pagsusulong ng mga programang #para sa bata, #para sa bayan. Maraming pong salamat. And lastly, but most importantly, to the good Lord who provides everything. We thank Him for all the people He sent as instruments to lead us where we are today. Thank you, Lord, for giving us the wisdom and making us the channels of your peace. May you continue to help us reach the next ladder of success. Be with us all the time and help us to be the best persons we can be to reach out to others as you did, and be the best examples to all the people we meet. Salamat, Panginoon, sa biyaya ng buhay. Nasa kabila ng pagsubok, patuloy mo kaming pinatatatag at binigyan ng lakas upang mapagtagumpayan ang lahat. We offer all of this to our Almighty. Friends, batchmates, this is not yet the end of our journey, rather, a commencement of another success. Let us always bear in mind that adversities are a part of life's success. Our mistakes and mishaps will never define us, rather, serve as reminders that as long as we live, there is more to learn. And from these learnings, we've become the best versions of ourselves. Ang mga pagsubok ay hindi magsisilbing balakid, ngunit mga sangkap na bubuo sa atin bilang isang individual. Ito ay magsisilbing matatag na pundasyon upang hubugin tayo sa kung sino tayo sa hinaharap. Let me leave you with a quotation from Anatole France, a French poet, essayist, and novelist, which says that, to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe. And the very reason we are here is that we are all great believers of ourselves. Once again, thank you and congratulations to one and all. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang ating Muntinlupa National High School Mayor.
Thank you and congratulations, Hazel and Nicole. Completers are expected to show their love for their alma mater, give respect, and always be proud for its name. To lead the oath of commitment, may I call on Daniela Christine L. Salilias.
May I invite my fellow completers to join me in reciting the oath of commitment with pride and loyalty. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name, Daniela Christine L. Salilias, do solemnly pledge that as a completer of Muntinlupa National High School, Maine, will uphold its honor throughout my life. That I will treasure in my heart the ideals, vision, and mission of our dear alma mater. That I shall strive to live up to its standard and excellence. To elevate the mind and strengthen character, to be a shining example to others. as a person of depth and character, integrity and hard work, responsibility and discipline. I vow to exercise all my duties and responsibilities and commit to exercise all my skills and knowledge for the betterment of myself, for the welfare of my family, and for the service of my country. So help me God.
Thank you and congratulations, Daniela and completers. At this point in time, to express their love and appreciation to their parents, let us hear and watch our students as they sing their completion song, to be followed by the SDO hymn and MNHS hymn.
Nooy munting batang inaakay, inaalalayan bawat paghakbang. Ngayon'y nagkatayo sa aking mga paa. Salamat aking nanay, aking tatay. Wala akong sapat na salita, walang katumbas nung pag-arka. Ngayon kayo'y matanda at nangihina. Ako ngayon ang dapat mag-alaga. Kayo'y aalalayan at kahit hindi pamumuhay patatahanin. Babantayan kung may sakit, gagampihan ang nunungaling. Paggabi ay malamig, yayakapin din ng mahigpit, ipapanalang at kukutan handa ko ang hirap ninyo sa akin, puyat, pagod, lungkot ay tiniis. Hindi ko malilimutan, walang kapantay ng pag-ibig. Huwag kayong mag-alala, sa puso't isip ko'y nakatanim. Sa aking sambahay ay padarama ko rin, walang katumbas ng pag-ibig. Aking mga anak ay akalipin, pag lumuluhay patawarin. Babantayan kung may
Please rise for the exit of colors.
Today's program would not be possible without the continued support and cooperation of the following: Dr. Antonio B. Rocha, Overall Chairperson, Mr. Peter Garcia and Mrs. Mary Ann Wijitonji, Director and Scriptwriter,
Mr. Erwin Morel, Video Editor.
Mr. John Del Sarmiento, Video Editor and Videographer.
Mr. Gonzalo Lapos, Video Editor and Videographer.
Mrs. Francesca R. Bayona, Photo and Video Editor.
Mr. Alex Pinateles, Video Editor.
Mr. Jethro Peñafuerte, Video Editor and Videographer.
Mr. Rico Bantiles, Video Editor.
Mr. Albino Galgo, Video Editor and Videographer.
Mr. MJ Aventurado, Video Editor.
All the department heads and OICs, teaching and non-teaching personnel. Special thanks to the following: Cristel Ira R. Navarro, Corps of Cadet Officers, PL Moon Army ROTC Unit, Honor Guards Security and Escort Battalion, Philippine Army, Roderick E. Marcelo, Muntinlupa Foursquare Church, Mr. Alvin Serrano and Mr. Eduardo Condo, and to all the parents, thank you very much.
And to all stakeholders who in one way or another contributed to the success of this special day. Thank you very much.
The Muntinlupa National High School virtual completion rites has come to an end. I am Mr. Leonard Christian de Luvieres Palma.
And I am Mrs. Noreen Villanueva Polo,
Saying, thank you very much and congratulations!